Welcome to the C.S. Joseph podcast. I'm your host, C.S. Joseph, and we're doing another round of Acolyte questions for the month of February 2022. And to celebrate this new month, just a couple reminders. Our new application, which it has or contains a personality test, our new personality test is available at ucha.app. That is www.udja.app. Go check it out. Failure Proof Your Relationship course. It was delayed. We're having some product delays. We expect it to be available for pre-order on or just after Valentine's Day. And I'm kind of glad we had the delays because we've been able to make it even better. So it's coming. Don't worry about it. Like we're working on it, and it's going to be incredible. I'm already insanely impressed with what we already have, but the changes that we decided to make at the last minute are going to make it even better. So on to today's question, which is from an Acolyte member. Well, let's read their question. How do I keep an ISFP man going through midlife crisis from abusing me, his ex-wife, an ENTJ woman, but more importantly, our 3 children, a 6-year-old and under, ESTP, ENFP, ISFP. The nature of the abuse so far has been mostly angry, emotional outbursts of rage with occasional attempts at physically lashing out. Overall intimidating behavior, breaking things in the house, throwing things my direction, almost hitting my body with a car, etc. All right, so assuming he is actually an ISFP, and I do believe this person in that they are an ENTJ, but assuming that he is an ISFP, because I'm not entirely sure that's accurate, but let's assume that's the case. What's actually happening to this person? Well, if they're throwing a temper tantrum like a baby would or like an infant would, it's likely their inferior infant function is the problem. So might I suggest actually go out of your way to heal his extroverted thinking inferior and actually give him credit for the good things that he actually does. I'm sure that you may consider him with your ego investments the most evil person who walks the earth. But the reality of this, and it also makes it even more difficult given the fact that you would be an ENTJ polar opposite to this ISFP man. And there is a very good chance that you're actually just, you're ignoring that he needs some FE and you have FE demon. Just because you have FE demon doesn't mean that you don't have the responsibility of at least showing some FE. So the point is, anytime you interact with him from now on, the very first thing out of your mouth needs to literally be you giving him credit for something good he actually did. And just do that over and over and over. It's funny because I was actually looking at a social media post by Andrew Tate recently, and it talked about, positive reinforcement. If you reinforce people positively, you're going to see more of that positivity. So keep doing that. And this is definitely one of those situations when it comes to an ISFP man. Yeah, statistically, ISFP men would be some of the most, if not the most, physically abusive or potentially physically abusive of all the 16 types. And that goes the same for women, by the way. I've known a lot of ISFP mothers who beat their children or slap their children around or get physical with their children on a regular basis. This is not only for men. And also, female solipsism is expressed a lot more amongst an ISFP female than other types of women because of their very high FI hero. So they have almost a delusional sense of entitlement, which is very typical of an FI hero. INFPs have the same problem. So, and because of that, they're not, and then mixed with any trickster, complete lack of awareness of consequences, that can make it even worse. But the bottom line is that his inferior function just needs to be healed. So give him credit and say nice things about him to other people of things that he actually did, of things that good things that he actually did. And if you don't know what those are, then you're not really being a good person yourself, and your FI inferior should feel ashamed of itself, because obviously you can't see past your own nose. And that's another big issue. ENTJ women, you guys need to severely engage in being more feminine, because almost every ENTJ woman I've ever met behaves this way. I'm not saying you behave this way. However, the thing is, though, is that because of how ENTJ women are so masculine, and they are enabled by society and their entire upbringing to be masculine, they don't know how to be feminine, which means they don't know how to put other people above themselves, basically. And I don't even, you could make the argument, well, I do that for my children. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure, you're biologically going to as a woman, but the problem is that that's basically temporary. And even then, NTJ women still have more abortions than everybody else anyway. Well, NTJ and STP women specifically. So that's not exactly a really good argument. So I would consider going in a different direction with that, and at least spend some time to actually be thoughtful. Use your TI nemesis and actually think about what good things this person actually does. And in doing so, make sure that you give them credit where it's due. And if you don't know what that is, go talk to someone that knows the ISFP for real and ask them, hopefully a TIFE user, and ask them what they think, and see if you can start writing down good things that they actually do, and then give them credit for that. And that'll help heal their TE inferior. As soon as that happens, their TI demon will go away, and you won't have to deal with that anymore. Their FI hero will start being more sympathetic towards you and actually more focused on being a good person around you, instead of trying to make your life hell or make your life miserable. And I don't care what you believe about who deserves what. It's not like your FE demon is actually capable of properly judging somebody in terms of what they deserve. And please make sure you're going out of your way to be aware of that dynamic moving forward. Now, sure, his actions are his responsibility at the end of the day, but you also have a responsibility to, quote, love your neighbor as yourself. And if you're not going to do that, then you're not going to get anywhere. And then you may as well just continue the abuse, and the demon will eventually keep, upping its game over and over and over. And then you just screwed. So anyway, that's basically the very quickest, easiest way to fix the problem. Give credit where it is due, and the ISFP will slowly heal over time, and then it'll get faster and faster, and then the abuse will stop. And then the benefit you gain is that you kind of grow up and actually develop your functions better and get closer to the expert feeling angelic side of your superego, instead of just being overly judgmental with your demon function. So keep that in mind. Hopefully this will solve your problem. So anyway, folks, that's it for this little episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys tonight.
You stole my heart of gold after my silver soul. Can you dig any